matchup.
I don't deal with it.
And now we're going to welcome in the DAF media broadcast via Local Live and the Greenwich Athletic Foundation as well. So we'll welcome them in. Rob Adams, Chris Irway here at Cardinal Stadium. Everything is all synced up. What do we got on the coin toss?
They never actually signaled anything. So if you can believe that.
We're going to do something we never do. And I owe Sean a break. We're going to get a break. We're almost never able to bring you the national anthem. We have a change-up today.
Yes.
The national anthem is supposed to be performed via wireless microphone, and for the first time, literally, since I've been here, we have synced up with everything up here. This is like one of the coolest broadcasts we've ever done. We will bring in the...
And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time,
public
please
address
rise.
announcer here, Nick Fesco.
And turn eastward towards the American flag as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem by Greenwich High School student David Tovar.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight on the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets running high, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land and of the free and the GHS, let's have a game!
He is fired up, and so are we. A quick break, the kickoff right after
David Tovar, ladies and gentlemen.
1490 WGCH and Local Live, produced by DAF Media. All right, let's play some football. The Blue Wave have come out onto the field. The Cardinals will get the ball first. Blue Wave in the white tops and bottoms. And again, we welcome you in here on DAF Media via YouTube, Local Live via the Greenwich Athletic Foundation, and of course on 1490 WGCH. This game will also get a re-airing.
Aaron Sears is on to kick for Darien.
WON, probably next Friday night.
Hunter Clark and Jake Shredder's back deep for
Rios
Greenwich.
said I'd love to air it, and I figure by then, let's let the world hear it. Why not?
Hunter Clark and Jake Shredders back to receive for the Cardinals. Couple guys to look out for. We talked about the running game, but look out for Kobe Comizio, A.J. Barber, and Mason Weir, the three-headed monster receiver core for the Cardinals. A.J. Barber, 14 catches on the year, 6 going for touchdowns.
Aaron Sears is ready to put it in the air. We're ready to get it going. Finally, the hype is over. The approach and the right foot puts it in the air to the 9-yard line. Starting forward, Hunter Clark ducks down to the 30 and he's out to the 37-yard line.
Hunter Clark brings it up past the Greenwich, 35 to the 37.
And the Blue Wave.
Good field position to start for the Cardinals. They have to come out fast. Talked about it in the pregame. Putting a touchdown on the board right away would really shift the momentum, get them in a position that they haven't really seen here in the first 5 games, which is starting off nice and fast, putting Darien in a quick hole. Darien only given up 41 points on the year so far through 5 games.
James Ranello has completed 74% of his...
A.J. Barber today. He's got the neon stripes on today.
You're right about that. Jonathan Demerjian leads our officials crew with Jay Cavanaugh, Kevin Mariconda, Tony Martinelli, Jeff Miller, and Anthony Rocco. 2nd and 10. Now to the ground after 2 really good play fakes by Ranello, but ducking down for a couple of yards off the right side on the hash mark.
Hunter Clark takes it to the right.
Get to the 39.
Picks up about 3.
Teddy Christensen, junior defensive tackle, 5'11".
3rd down and 7 for Greenwich. Stopped by Austin Damel.
And call it 7.
Greenwich needs to be balanced if they're going to win this football game. The mix of run and pass, where Ranello's at his best, is off that play action. You get the running game going, you fake those zone reads, those outside draws, and he can expose this seam in the defense against the Darien Blue Wave.
Barber will line up as a slot receiver out to the left in a 3-receiver set, all out to that left side. Ranello takes, he does hand it off, gives it to Clark, who follows his lead with a flag down. He'll get across the 40.
Clark takes it up the middle for a few, but there's a flag
about the flag.
Pretty conservative play call there on 3rd and long. Looks like it's in the vicinity of holding against the Cardinals.
Wilson.
And indeed, they are talking to Rob Trafone. He says, move him back.
And I absolutely love the decision to take this penalty. If not, you give the Cardinals 4th and 3, 4th and 4 inside the 40-yard line of Darien. You know they're going to go for it. So might as well back them up and make them go 3rd and long again.
I'm with you, though. A surprising play call there on 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 to do, to not throw the ball there.
3rd down and call it 14.
So we'll call it 3rd and 14. 10:35 to go in the opening stanza. No score here at Cardinal Stadium. Ranello now in an empty backfield with a 4-receiver set. He takes, looks right, still looking, throws right. He does have a man near the 39. It's still well short of the 1st down. That is the Chris Irway play going to the right side.
Ranello's 3rd down pass complete to
normally I would say
Montese.
that's not a great play call, but again, look where they put that ball. You're back in the original position. You were 4th and 4 inside the 40 of Darien. I would expect the Cardinals to go for it. They're being pretty conservative here. William Fox coming in to punt the football away.
I'm surprised at that too. I figured you were lining things up in a kind of a 2-play, get it back
Quentin
in chunks.
Fox on to punt for Greenwich.
But it's Will Fox to punt it away. He waits on the snap. And he takes it. Now he's going to throw. Not surprised that he throws it out of bounds. Intended for Kobe Comizio. I can almost see it coming.
Fox's pass attempt incomplete.
And we talked about
Kobe Comizio.
Before this game started, the coaching difference. Anthony Morello, first-year head coach. Rob Trafone has been doing this a long time. Right there, you take the football out of some of your best players' hands. James Ranello, Hunter Clark, Spencer Hartley. And you have Will Fox throw a pass that is already low percentage. I don't like that play call. If you're going to call a fake punt, you might as well keep your offense out on the field and go for it on 4th and 4. Gives you a much better chance.
Thing is, he had him open.
He did. He did have him open. The problem is that's a 15-yard outcut for someone that doesn't throw the football on a regular basis.
So now the Blue Wave get a turn. Peter Graham, 6'4", 178. Senior quarterback takes the snap, looks right, has a man climbing the ladder as Sean
Quarterback
Gifford.
Peter Graham's first
right
down pass
over the
attempt
45
complete
near
to
the
Sean
47
Gifford.
As he got upended. He's a little slow to get up, and in fact, he's going to roll over onto the turf for an extra moment.
A nice hit there by Jack Cook. Actually went low, tilted him over. And, you know, for the Blue Wave, Sean Gifford, the senior receiver, 5'11", 165 pounds. Training staff out to take a look at him.
It's a gain of 8, 2nd and 2 when we return. 9:22 to go first quarter, no score.
Gifford has contributed quite a bit this year, 10 catches, 140 yards, and a touchdown.
Training staff, as Chris mentioned, and Coach Trafone come out. This not a full house yet. There are still some pockets of empty spots in the bleachers on the home side and a lot of space on the visiting side. I have to admit, I thought bigger. Folks can still show up, obviously.
Sure.
Still plenty of time.
And we've got a ton of people, you know, around the edge, on the fence, and of course on, you know, Sean Adams Hill.
That's right. Sean Gifford trotting off the field under his own power. And that's what I thought. I thought it was, you know, just lost his breath, something along those lines, but he jumped right up and ran off the field.
Hope to see him back in the game soon.
Yep, good job. So a gain of 8, make it 2nd and 2. Clock stop, 9:22 to go, first quarter, no score.
2nd down and 2 for
Put
Darien.
the ball down at the Darien 47-yard line. A 4-receiver set, 2 out to each side. Graham checking the wristband. He's got one in the backfield alongside of him, serving as a protector. And they'll do that read option where they hand it off. That point of impact and carrying himself.
Graham on the keeper to the left side,
right along
picks
the hash
up
mark
a first
down.
Graham
stopped by Vincent Cece.
run pass option. Graham, not
Schmidt.
the quickest of runners, only had 1 carry on the year. So interesting to see him pull that ball down.
Now a first down for the Blue Wave at the Greenwich 47-yard line. Opening quarter, 8:39 to go, no score. A man will go in motion, that's Will Kirby, and it goes to Kirby. Kirby off the right side, Montesi climbs on top of him.
First
and
down
wrestles him
pass
down
complete to
41.
Will Kirby.
It's a gain of 6.
I like this play calling early on from Darien. A lot of motion.
Picks up about
What
5.
that does is it really helps
Second down.
Peter Graham control the defense. Take a look if it's man, if it's zone, and he knows exactly where to get rid of the football very quickly.
2nd and call at 5. Again, back to the ground, off the right side. Kirby finds an opening, gets to the outside, and gets run out of bounds for a first down. Jack Cook
Kirby takes a
knocked it
handout to the right and picks
It's
up
a
another
first down
Darien
for
first down.
The Darien Blue Wave.
Really nice acceleration by
Run out of
Kirby there,
bounds
getting
by
the outside.
Cook.
On the year, just under 50 carries for 230 yards, 5 touchdowns. Averages almost 5 yards a carry.
Now trying to climb into it. They've been a little quiet early on. First down near the 29. Blue Wave on the march. Send 3 receivers out to the left. 5 total. Throwing Graham. Diving catch. Had to come back to the ball. Hugo Mark making the stop on Gifford.
Graham's pass complete to Gifford.
It'll get about
Picks up a few.
down to the 27.
Stopped by
Move the ball
Hugo
to the
Mark.
side hash. Blue Wave moving
Second
from
down.
right to left. Graham looking things over on the wristband. Kirby doing the same. They'll line up in that shotgun set. Kirby will stay in the backfield. Now he angles out in motion, looking right, throwing right, a low ball that's incomplete and a flag down. Same matchup.
Second down pass
intended
attempt
receiver
incomplete.
and Cook, the
Intended
defender.
for Gifford.
And I think they're
There
going
is
to
a
get
flag.
some kind of defensive pass interference or defensive holding, but we'll see.
And they are going to call pass interference against the Cardinals. A little bit of a late flag
Pass
there. I
interference
think that's
on
why
Greenwich.
the crowd sent in the Boo Birds.
I don't think it was a bad call, to be perfectly honest.
And if it gets down to it for Darien, Hayden Hall is their kicker, the junior. 2 of 2 on the year with a long of 27, has hit 14 of 19 extra points. So a little bit of trouble there in the kicking game for Darien.
That gives Darien enough yards for a first down.
So that'll be a first down for the Blue Wave. 7:18 to go, first quarter from the near hash. First penalty of the afternoon goes against Greenwich. Pass going out to the right side, gets swatted down.
Graham's first down pass attempt Swatted away by Montesi.
Montesi again, he's been a presence early on, the 6'2", 171 junior defensive end.
One of the first things you learn on the defensive line fundamentals is when you see that the quarterback is going to throw, get those hands up. If you know you're not going to be able to get to him and put pressure on him, at least get your hands up and see if you can knock the football down.
Here we go, Brennan!
2nd and 10. Kirby again angling out. Play fake to him. Trouble coming. He runs left. Graham throws. End zone. That is grabbed. Dropped. Indication nothing yet. Wrestling for the ball. Officials looking. Is it an interception? Is it a touchdown? Nothing yet. The officials all gathering around at the 1, and they're saying that ball is at the 1 on a catch.
Looks like that pass attempt was complete.
Wow, I'm thoroughly surprised that they called that a catch. I'll be honest, I don't think any of the officials had a great angle on that football.
It'll be first down and goal for the Blue Wave.
Wow. So it'll be first and goal on an 18-yard
Jack
pass
O'Gorman on the stop.
Jack O'Gorman made the stop for Greenwich. That much we can tell you. First and goal, and they'll jam up right on the goal line. From under center. In motion to Kirby, trying to back his way in. Now trying to push and shove. He did not get in.
Inside handoff to Kirby. Stopped short.
If anything, Kirby might have lost a half a yard. Really great job by the defensive front of Greenwich. Penetrating on the 1 and 2 gap.
Defense on the stop.
And stopping Kirby at the goal line.
2nd and goal.
Looks like a loss of about a yard as well. 2nd down.
I have to do a few spot reads during the broadcast, so we beg your indulgence on all of that. All part of the gig on WGCH. And a 2nd and goal here. From under center. And the ball on the turf. Now it goes down. And they've got it. Looked like that ball was coming out, Chris, but they moved the ball back near the 5 as Graham able to get it.
Graham is brought down for a loss.
Yeah, they brought that little jet motion across, tried to go to the jet sweep
snap.
after trying the little trap play, the play before, and it just didn't look like Peter Graham really had control of the football. Luckily for Darien, they picked it back up, but a loss of 5 yards on that play.
And the Blue Wave calls their first timeout.
How huge would it be if the Cardinals could hold the Blue Wave to a field goal right here?
The Blue Wave want a timeout with 5:08 to go in the first quarter from Cardinal Stadium here in Greenwich. Glad you're aboard. Happy to be a part of all of this today. This was one of those broadcasts that, again, as we thought about it, just seemed best instead of sending all different groups out to cover it. Damian, Andrew, and I said, let's just combine the forces and make it a good day, and hopefully we're going to make it a great day for everyone.
Absolutely. I think it was the right decision, and this has gone off without a hitch today.
A lot of work by a lot of people, and I wish I could tell you every single name on this crew today, but we're certainly pleased to be a part of it. As the T-shirts getting fired into the crowd, a gentleman made a one-handed catch. Nicely done. Speaking of T-shirts, the Greenwich Youth Football League players here today, as they came in, if they were wearing a jersey, they were given.
It's 3rd down, Darien, at the Greenwich 5-yard line.
It said, "Be the future."
That's it. 3rd and goal. Near the 6. In shotgun. It's going to be Kirby. Flags for jumping. So the Wave's going the wrong way right now.
Flags are down.
There's the indication of a false start.
So now,
false start against the
ball inside the 1 yard line, nearly on the goal line for the Blue Wave. They're backed up to the 10, and any thought about running the football here goes out the window. You're going to have to line Peter Graham to put the football in the end zone.
I
think so. Graham will lead the offense back on. He's completed 58% of his passes this year, 10 touchdowns, 1 INT, 967 yards.
Here we go, Brennan!
3rd and goal at the Greenwich 10. No score. 5:08 to go first quarter. Graham takes it, looking with time, rifles it left. That is caught in the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Blue Wave.
Graham's 3rd down pass complete in the end zone for a Darien touchdown. Pass caught by Jackson Peters.
Senior Jackson Peters, 6'2", 180, makes the catch near the sideline.
And nothing crazy there. Just a simple one-on-one coverage. He runs a little comeback route to the front corner of the end zone. He's isolated on the left side. Really good throw by Peter Graham, right on the numbers. Great catch by Jackson Peters.
Extra point coming up. Aaron Sears to do the honors. Snap is high, but put down. Kick on the way, kind of floats up and through. 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Darien strikes first. They lead 7-0. On the radio side, we're back to Cardinal Stadium right after this. This is Darien Greenwich Football on 1490 WGCH and Local Live, produced by DAF Media. Five minutes remaining, first quarter. 7-0 the score. The Blue Wave on top. And the kickoff coming up, going back to the Cardinals.
So really nice drive there by Darien, and the Cardinals in an unfamiliar position, being down early. See how they respond on their second drive of the game.
Sears makes the approach and the kickoff. Driving it to the right, partly toward him, but it goes to Clark at the 5. Clark along the hash mark. Had a big open wedge there for a moment, but brings it out to the 28-yard line.
27. First down.
So first down for Greenwich there with 4:53 to go in the first quarter.
James Morris.
Pretty amazing for the amount of people that are in both sides of the field here, how quiet it is.
I agree. Almost like a feeling of nervousness here.
Yeah. I guess first quarter, really, you still have that feeling out process, but at this point, it's time to play ball. It's time to get into it.
Each team has had the ball once, so I would think now you've gotten it out of your system, you know? First down for Greenwich. Ranello waits in shotgun. Play action. Throws left. That's batted down at the line of scrimmage. Swiped aside by the outside linebacker, senior Sam Wilson.
Second down.
2nd and 10.
Sam Wilson, along with other captain J.H. Slaneski, coined the Wonder Twins by Darien.
Wonder Twins activate. 2nd and 10. Between the hash marks, Ranello takes. Deep drop, sets, brings it over the middle. Kobe Camizio overthrows him by a couple of yards. He was matched up.
Ranello's pass attempt incomplete.
Like Austin Demmel was back there, the senior safety.
Intended for Camizio.
And if there's a little bit more air under that football,
Austin Demmel,
that's a touchdown for Greenwich. And probably the longest play from scrimmage this year.
So a third down play coming up at the Greenwich 28-yard line. 7-0 Blue Wave. We kicked off under partly cloudy conditions here, 60 degrees, with the wind out of the south-southwest at 3, gusting to 8. 3rd and 10. Ranello to throw. Setting. Throwing. Another deep ball. Mason Muir had it knocked away at the last moment by Sam Wilson.
Incomplete.
That time the ball just a hair underthrown.
But how about the athleticism from Sam Wilson? Remember, this guy's a linebacker. He's 5'11", 190 pounds. He's running with Mason Muir for Greenwich, one of the best athletes, one of the tallest athletes that the Cardinals have, and he was step for step with him. The only thing he didn't do was get his head around to high point the football, but did a great job of not engaging with Muir to get a pass interference penalty.
3 and out go the Cardinals. Fox to punt it away this time, and he does. Sends it high and spinning and down at the 43, where it's taken by Michael Minikis. Is there a requirement in Darien that every every Darien football team must have a menicus on it.
I think so. I mean, listen, we can't say anything because we've seen the same for the Cardinals for many years.
Absolutely.
But I think it's a requirement to have there must be a requirement to have a menicus at Darien every single year.
I posted a highlight of Chris and I calling the 2015 FCIAC championship the other night, and there was a menicus in that game. I think it might have been Brian or Colin.
Brian or Colin, one of the two.
Yeah, I can't remember now, but they're phenomenal athletes, of course. So we say it all with a little, the tongue firmly planted in cheek. First down for the Blue Wave. They're going to run the ball this time. That looked like Kirby spinning around near the 45-yard line.
Stopped after a gain of a few.
I feel like the Cardinal crowd right now, and we're on the Greenwich side, just so folks understand, that was nervous applause to me just now on that play stop.
Sure, I think so.
The Cardinals do not look crisp offensively. Both teams 5-0 coming into this game. Greenwich at 5-0 in the FCIAC, Darien at 3-0 in the FCIAC. And remember, these teams have won quite a few FCIACs between them, especially in recent years. And these are the last two Class LL champions, with Darien having had a three-peat and Greenwich the defending champion. 2nd and 8 after a gain of 2. Graham takes, looking out to his right, now setting up over the middle, does throw, and that's incomplete. Was looking to find Gifford, in fact.
Intended for Gifford.
Gifford near midfield. Hugo Mark was standing nearby on coverage.
Good pressure up the middle there by Nicholas Wright and Eddie Uteri. I think if Peter Graham had that one back, he would wait just a second longer to throw that football.
Here we go, dude!
3rd and 8. Graham takes, almost looked like he wasn't ready. Rolling left, now he sets, now he throws, and a diving try near the 44-yard line. That falls incomplete. That was intended on the near side for Ryan Mulliken.
CJ Abazia and Captain Evan Weigold, nice bracketed coverage there. Weigold, if he just recognizes that pass 1 second sooner, he has a chance to pick that football off.
Of course, we don't forget that the Minicus family, Mo Minicus, great coach, legendary coach, absolutely. So we do not forget Mo. Kicking team on for the Blue Wave. Still softball going on for the youth sports, so great time of year. Here is the punt coming up. He does get it away. Little bit of a hit on that punter, Hayden Hall, taken by Clark, who breaks one tackle, turns left, and goes to the 29.
Hayden Hall's punt fielded.
We've seen the Cardinals come out pretty aggressive, letting James Ranello air it out deep, some low percentage throws, but you've got to get the running game going. You need to get Hunter Clark involved, Spencer Hartley involved. You need to have that balance. Otherwise, Darien's just going to rush for, bring a blitz every now and then, and just play coverage.
We'll send a hello out to Lucy Schultz of Wilton, Connecticut, who played softball today. Good athlete.
Even better person?
Oh, she's the best. Her sister's pretty cool, too, Ms. Annabelle. I like them both. Their editor might know a thing or two about their mother, rather, might know a thing or two about Darien. I gave that one away.
You did.
She's the editor of the Darien Times.
You blew that one.
Yeah,
you really had a chance.
I really did. I screwed up.
Not your first time, won't be your last.
By the way, there was a holding call thrown in. Thanks a lot, partner.
Yeah, no problem.
A holding call backed the Cardinals up a little further inside their own 20. They'll hand it off after a play fake, and it's Clark who's going to get gang tackled and lose yardage. A host of tacklers there. Blue Wave are saying they came out with the ball. The officials are not going to agree with that. Sam Wilson came out with it.
Tough sledding so far. Both offensive lines have done a good job pass blocking. It's been rough for the Cardinals specifically, getting some push up front in the run blocking, and Hunter Clark's been stifled so far.
7-0 Blue Wave. 2:42 remaining, first quarter, clock running. Next press box, I'd like to just take this right out. There's
right out.
Right in front of me.
Knock that right off.
Bit of a windowsill. Shotgun snap taken. Now a little pitch goes left. Clark trying to find the left side. Not much there. Tough sledding for a couple. Near the 21.
It'll be 3rd and long again for the Cardinals.
Demmel on the stop.
Stopped by
Austin Demmel plays wide receiver as well as safety. He's a senior, 6 feet, 185 pounds.
It's only 7-0,
So coming up with a 3rd and call it 8. Ranello to throw, steps up, brings it, throws it high. This is intercepted at the 39-yard line. Brought to the near side, trying to make the turn. Around the side he goes to the 10. It is carried back by Jackson Peters down near the 5 and a flag down at the end of the play.
Brought down near the Greenwich 5-yard line.
And that's a throw that James Ranello is going to want back. Ill-advised pass, no one open on that side of the field. It floats on him. Jackson Peters with an easy interception for the Blue Waves.
It was intended for Matthew Pilk.
So right now, everything that can go wrong for the Cardinals is going wrong.
And you talked about at the beginning, Greenwich has been a slow-starting team, and that's exactly what's going on.
Personal foul against.
The thing about that, yeah, they're going to get a personal foul against Darien, so it's going to back them up a little bit. The issue is that when you look at the opponents for the Cardinals, the first 5 games, they have not played anybody up to their caliber, so they've been pretty easy football games. We could consider them blowouts. So when you come up against a team that's at an equal playing field in terms of talent and you start slow, you put yourself at that much more of a disadvantage.
One thing the Blue Wave have seen, they have seen Southington.
Yep.
Southington a top 10 team. So you kind of feel a little differently. That tests them a little bit.
And they saw Southington, and even more importantly, they took care of business against Southington.
Southington at number 9 in the game time poll. Ball coming over to the near hash mark following the penalty that moves them back near the 21 after a 15-yarder. To throw, looking right, breaking a tackle, making the catch, down at the goal line and in, touchdown Blue Wave. It goes to Ryan Mulligan for a 21-yard touchdown, and the Blue Wave are striking big. It's 13-0.
Jack Cook was right there, actually hit Milliken as soon as he caught the football, just wasn't able to hold on. Great job by Milliken, keeping his momentum, breaking that tackle, and diving into the end zone. And now if you're the Cardinals, down 2 scores, really need to regroup here.
And think about this. When was the last time Greenwich was down 2 scores? I have a feeling I know the answer, and I think I know the team.
Anything else, Mr. Encyclopedia Britannica?
I don't know that I'm right, but I think I'm pretty close. Extra points coming up, and if you think about it, it's not all that hard. This is the Darien Greenwich football game on 1490 WGCH and Local Live, produced by DAF Media. Greenwich, Sears for the kickoff. 14-0 Blue Wave.
Shredders back deep for Greenwich.
Jake Shredders is deep.
For the win.
Here's the approach in the kickoff. It is coming down at the 8-yard line with a head of steam. Shredders turns right and across the 25 to the 27.
Shredders brings it across the 25 to about the Cardinals 27.
Well, we're going to find out about the fortitude of the Greenwich Cardinals right now.
And I think we're going to see about the resiliency of their first-year starting quarterback, James Ranello. Really learned a lot from Gavin Muir the past couple years. Gavin took him under his wing, set all sorts of state records. And now it's up to Ranello to lead this Cardinal offense out of the basement right now.
Out come the Cardinals in the red and the white. Mason Muir will be the receiver out to the left. Matthew Pilk will be on that left side as well. A.J. Barber goes out to the right. Jumbled up toward the right side of the line. They will go to the ground, and it's just not happening right now. Ducking underneath is Hartley.
Hartley takes
trying to get back to the
handoff.
line of scrimmage, but
Stop for no gain.
And Will Bothwell, the captain, number 52 for the Blue Wave, the defensive end, senior, 6 feet, 197 pounds. A little bit undersized, but I'll tell you what, he is in the backfield every single play, blowing up this running game of the Cardinals.
60 seconds remaining, first quarter, 14-0 Darien. Largely the same setup. Partly, but no. It'll go to Ranello. Ranello himself, right side, to the 31. Converging on him.
Keeps it to the right side.
2 players, including Teddy Christensen. And I'll tell you what, Chris, I'm starting to hear some frustration right down below you and I.
Yeah, there's some frustration. And while I understand it, what I don't like is you run that play call to the short side of the field. If you're going to run that read option and you're going to have Ranello keep that football, get it to the wide side of the field where he can do some things with the football.
Sets up 3rd and 7. Ranello takes, looking, still looking, breaks out of 1 tackle, steps to his left. He's going to just haul it up towards Barber. Barber's down, and it's knocked away. Hands all over Barber. Now he's a defender. They're letting him play right now.
They're letting him play, but right there, that's one right. You got at least a holding penalty right there. You might not have pass interference, but he's holding the back of A.J. Barber, and that's got to be a foul against Darien. No answers offensively.
Will Fox to punt it away again. Coming down, this is a fair catch called for by Minikis at the 44-yard line. And as we sometimes say, the natives are getting restless.
It just looks very vanilla on offense for the Cardinals so far. Not much motion out of the backfield, not helping Ranello decipher coverages. It's really just zone read, throw the ball deep. Zone read, throw the ball deep. No slants, no screens so far. I'm surprised at the play calling offensively for the Cardinals.
4 seconds to go first quarter, 14-0.
You give Darien great field position again, starting at their own 44-yard line.
They'll work from the near side hash, going from right to left in the all whites with the blue. I always had to laugh when the blue wave wears all black.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious.
That doesn't quite work for me. But these uniforms are sharp. First down at the 44. Play action. Graham throws right, finds a man. It looked like Sears to end the first quarter. He'll get about 8 to the Greenwich 48-yard line. And quarter number 1 will come to an end with the Darien Blue Wave leading the Greenwich Cardinals 14-0. We're thrilled to be a part of it today. This is Darien Greenwich football on 1490 WGCH and local live, produced by DAF Media. Wherever you're checking in, we're glad you are being a part of it. Rob Adams with Chris Irway up here in the booth, Damian Andrew and the crew from DAF Media, local live, of course, and the Greenwich Athletic Foundation. We're having a lot of fun here at Cardinal Stadium. 14-0 the score. Hector from North Carolina is giving me some grief and saying how much he likes you, which is never a good thing.
Hector's a smart man.
He also happens to be my niece's husband, so I'll cut him a break.
There you go. Good for you.
Thank you. 2nd and 2. 14-0 Darien. Start of quarter number 2. In shotgun is Graham. He drops back, looking to his right. Now brings it over the middle. He's got Minikis on the run. He's got it, and he's inside the 10 for a 1st and goal with a late flag coming in.
I mean, this is just one-sided right now. It is all Darien. Right there, Minikis, right down the seam, little post route, beats the defenders. Easy pitch and catch. Going to get a penalty. It looks like Darien thinks it's against Greenwich, maybe a face mask.
I was wondering that.
Horse collar tackle.
There you go.
So that's going to bring it inside the 5-yard line. And Darien has a chance to go up 3 scores here.
And they walk the ball inside the 5 to the 3.
It'll be 1st and goal at the Greenwich 3-yard line.
I've got that for penalty number 3 on Greenwich. 9 seconds into the second quarter, 14-0, and it might get, I can't even believe I'm going to say the word ugly, but it might in a moment. Ball on the far hash. From left to right go the Blue Wave. They'll stack up on the line of scrimmage. Put one in the backfield. Now one goes in motion. Inside handoff goes to Kirby. Kirby pushes right into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Wave.
Handoff to Kirby, who brings it across.
That tight flex bone
touchdown.
formation with two wing backs. Kirby in the backfield, almost lined up like a fullback. Just an easy little dive play. Good push up front by the offensive line. And a stunned, silent crowd here at Cardinal Stadium.
32 seconds into the second quarter. And Sears
on
for
to
the point
attempt the
after.
PAT.
We are very early on here. This game is far from over, but for all those people that thought this could be the game of the year, myself included, it is shaping up to be something completely different right now.
Matthew Fiorita is the holder for the extra point. That is up and good.
And the kick is good.
The Greenwich Cardinals are in a huge hole now, and the Darien Blue Wave are absolutely in control. Darien 21. $21-0. Darien on top. And you know what the rhetoric will be. It'll be, hey, Greenwich, you won that championship last year, but you didn't have to go through us.
Right. And unfortunately, that's not only going to be the rhetoric, that's going to be the truth. They didn't have to go through Darien last year.
No, Darien got knocked off.
Sears on to
Leaving
kick for
Greenwich and
Darien.
New Canaan to meet in Marinelli Bowl Part 7 million or whatever it was.
Can't even call it the Marinelli Bowl anymore. Well, now you really can't.
No, now you really can't. Here's the kickoff. Clark at the 9 from the near side, starts, finds an opening, ducks through, gets to the 31, wrestled down near the 34, and that ball's on the turf, by the way. No indication yet.
Looks like Greenwich recovered that ball.
Looks like Kobe Camizio did.
Clark brings it ahead.
And think about that, if Darien recovers that fumble. But the Cardinals keep the ball. Pretty decent field position
It'll
again.
be first down Cardinals. Charles,
It looks like before they come out, going to have a little bit of a powwow conversation on the sideline here. Try to get the ship righted here for the Cardinals. If you can come out and put a touchdown on the board on this drive, have your defense step up, which they have not been able to do so far, you can get right back into this football game. But you have to put a sustained drive together, back-to-back 3-and-outs, the past 2 possessions for the Cardinals.
Head coach Anthony Morello, his offensive coordinator is Dak Newton. And the Cardinals were ready to go. Both programs, because they're such good programs, have very large coaching staffs. Excellent coaches on each side of this field today. First down at the 34. Low snap play action. Rolling the pocket left. Setting, throwing. Down goes Ranello. Blitzed from the blind side by Sam Wilson.
Sam Wilson.
And again, I have to ask, you roll James Ranello out to the short side of the field as a right-handed quarterback. Make him run to his left. The hardest throw for a right-handed quarterback to make is when he's rolling to his left from the short side of the field. And then you let Sam Wilson come from the blind side and absolutely lay a blow. Greenwich is lucky Ranello didn't fumble that football.
It's a loss of 9. 2nd and 19 at the Greenwich 25-yard line. Barber goes out to the right. Matthew Pilk, a slot receiver, goes right. Back to throw Ranello, and Ranello's going down. Inside the 20. More of the same.
By Will Bothwell.
Will Bothwell gets there this time, and for as good as the pass protection was the first couple drives for Greenwich, the offensive line starting to falter here. Not much pressure being brought by Darien. It's a straight 4-man pass rush. That's something Greenwich has been able to get away with the past couple years. And now it's 3rd and forever.
Will Montesi checks out. Kobe Camizio, the junior, checks in. Kobe's brother is here today. I briefly saw Tyson, didn't get to talk to him. Talked with his dad for a bit.
Yep.
Chris and I both did. 3rd and a lot. Play fake, they'll go to the right. Pass complete, trying to break a tackle. A good run back for sure by Pilk to get back near the original line of scrimmage with a flag down at the 35.
Who brings it back to the original line of scrimmage.
But
there's a flag on the play.
That flag is sitting at the 34.
And Callum Abernathy is checking out for the Cardinals. He was holding his shoulder.
And it's a face mask.
So a call goes Greenwich's way. It's going to give them an automatic first down. I mentioned Callum Abernathy, the offensive tackle and senior captain, 6'4", 250 pounds. Checked out, he was holding his shoulder. Number 63, William Janis, the sophomore, 6'4", 224 pounds, checks in. So going to keep an eye on Callum Abernathy. That would be a huge loss up front for the Cardinals.
And this Cardinal crowd, who's desperate for something to cheer about, came to their feet on that one. First down. Clark to the right side. Bobs and weaves as he breaks a tackle. Had a little bit of momentum. He'll get about 3 off the right side. Demo in on the stop.
Good news for the Cardinals is Abernathy checking back in. Janis is going to come out.
9 minutes to go in the first half. 21-0 Darien.
Abernathy's been going up against Sam Wilson.
2nd and 7 in shotgun. 2 receivers out to the left. Again to the ground with Clark off the right side. And he's going to get just a little bit as Abernathy loses his helmet off the right edge. And of course, when you lose your helmet, you have to come out for a play.
It's been a rough go trying to get this running game going for the Cardinals. Hunter Clark's been able to get to the second level to get to the linebackers, but it's almost impossible to get through them. This Blue Wave defense, especially in the secondary and at the linebacker position, is extremely strong and disciplined.
Jonathan Alexander and Hunter Clark check out in exchange for Daniel Perez and Matthew Pilk.
5 wide receivers for the Cardinals.
Ball at 3rd and a long 6. Ranello throws. He gets Perez at the sticks to the 41. Should be more than enough for a first down, closer to the 40. Greenwich needed that in the worst way. Even fans who aren't rooting in this game, they need something to be convinced this is going to be a game. Greenwich gets a first down.
And really nice job by Daniel Perez running the route to the first down marker. I love it. Got hit immediately, but ran the route long enough where he didn't have to get any additional yardage.
So, first down. Cardinals on the near side of the field. Hash mark closer to this side. Brunello in an empty backfield. He takes it. Shotgun snap. Steps to his right. He can run with it. Still running. And he is thrown down with the helmet flying off and a flag going at the 45. Runs over near the Darien bench to pick up the helmet.
Now right there, if they didn't throw the flag, then I'd probably walk off the broadcast. So going to get another personal foul. And an obvious face mask against Darien. It's going to give them another automatic first down and a free 15 yards. I'm not sure James Ranello even saw him coming in.
I'm not sure either.
It looked like he didn't even see him, and he thought about throwing it, thought about running it, couldn't decide, and then all of a sudden, he was on him, and specifically on his helmet.
Nice job by both fan bases today. As we mentioned, a white out for the Blue Wave, pink out for Greenwich.
During the national anthem, the Darien student section pulled a little LeBron James.
They like
little powder.
Yep, they like their talcum powder. A first down at the Blue Wave 30 on the far hash. Ranello with Clark in the backfield. Clark will not take it. It's a play action pass out to Muir. Muir trying to break free. They just telegraphed that play too much. There were 4 tacklers there for the Blue Wave, including J.H. Slaneski.
There were 4 defenders out there and only 1 blocker, A.J. Barber.
Stopped for no gain.
And Barber has been neutralized so far.
Nothing going on for A.J. Barber. They've tried to connect with him a few times on the deep ball. Just nothing happening for the Cardinals offensively, and not for a couple of face masks. This drive would have been over. It is paramount that they get the ball in the end zone right here.
A.J. Barber, the second leading receiver for Greenwich, 14 catches and 6 touchdowns. 2nd and 12 to throw. Ranello throws right. That does go to Barber to get him into the mix, but he's tackled immediately near the Darien 30-yard line.
Pass complete to Barber.
Again, I just don't understand that. That's a 1-yard pass.
Stopped by Minicus.
You might as well run the football.
6 minutes to go in the first half. 21-0 Blue Wave.
For Greenwich.
A 3rd and 11 coming up. The DAF media guys continuing to work their tails off. I'm seeing Damian and Bruce running up and down these stairs all afternoon.
Got to give credit to Bruce Ferguson. He's getting his cardio in today.
He absolutely is. A 3rd down play coming up with 5:38 remaining in the first half. Ranello in an empty backfield. He takes it, sets, deep drop, steps up. He's in trouble, breaks free, runs to the left. He can still throw it if he can get it away. He cannot. He'll get back near the 30, but he got chased down by Bothwell, who is just, that's great speed.
The original line of scrimmage by
Bothwell, nice job chasing down Ranello. Really good job keeping him in the pocket for the most part. Right there, he gets out of it and is able to get to the outside. Just nowhere to go with the football. Really good coverage by Darien there.
4th down coming up. Cardinals keeping the offense on the field in a 21-0 game. 4:55 remaining in the first half at what I would describe as a stunned Cardinal Stadium right now.
I agree, and I like the play call here going forward on 4th down. You could try a long field goal, but I think going forward is the right play.
We're talking 47 yards from here. 4th and long, 4th and 10. Ranello, who's been running for his life, he's heading back into Stanford, and he's pulled down at the 49.
Ranello brought down for a loss.
And that's number 33 for Darien. David Ivanchek. Is that name familiar?
You mean the leading sack man in the state history?
Mark Ivanchek, of course. And just a myriad of follies here for the Cardinals. Right there on 4th down. If you're James Ranello, it's 4th down. Just chuck it into the end zone. Do something. You can't take a sack there, especially as far back. Now you put the ball at midfield for Darien. They get the ball back. Greenwich had the chance to turn the momentum there. Instead, it's right back in Darien's favor. The wide receivers can't get separation. They all but abandoned the running game on that drive. It was 5 wide receivers almost the entire drive. So the running game isn't even a factor anymore. Now Darien has a chance to put more points on the board.
By the way, guess what 2 broadcasters called Mark Ivanchek's state record sack? That would have been you and I.
Surprise, surprise. The A-team strikes again.
Ball at midfield. Play fake. It's Graham running it. Again, that run pass option, that point of impact, and he runs it for about 5.
Nice job by Peter Graham there, reading the defensive end, reading Eddie Ayuteri up the middle of Greenwich, pulls that football back, gets a nice 5-yard gain on 1st down.
That, according to the numbers we have, only his 3rd run of the year. I don't know how accurate that is, but that's what the numbers say.
Don't blame me, but blame Max Preps.
I will not. Under 4 to go in the first half. Cardinals look like they'll rush 7, rolling, throwing right, almost intercepted. Intended for Mulkin.
And they have gone back to that little play-action slant over the middle right there. Jack Cook had a chance for the interception. Probably should have picked it off right there. Good job of reading that for the free safety.
Junior Jack Cook in on the stop. Well, you know who we have not thanked, by the way? DJ Ferrano came bearing gifts today for you and I. We'll get to that after this. 3rd and 5. Greenwich in need of a stop to throw Graham. Graham throws it, and wide open, my goodness, was Minicus. That ball bounced through his arms and then really through the arms of Zane Nye, the defender, as well.
That's just a classic case of looking before you catch the football. Minicus wide open, catches that football probably 99 times out of 100. Right there, just looked a little bit, went right through his hands.
And a flag down back near the 38. DJ Ferrano, by the way, showed up with these 2 great-looking black polos with 2 logos on them. One, the WGCH logo, and a Greenwich football logo was on it as well as a gift to Chris and myself. Very cool. My thanks to the Ferrano family and to DJ especially.
Absolutely. That was very thoughtful.
We would not say no if the same shows up with the Darien logo either. We are fair to all sides.
We are as fair as you can be. It's going to be a hold against Greenwich. That's going to give Darien an automatic 1st down.
Holding call.
That'll be penalty number 4 against the team known as Big Red. 21-0 and fresh life for the Blue Wave with 3:40 remaining in the first half.
Greenwich 35.
And a quick moving first half. Cardinals running out of time here in this first half of play. Darien driving down, now inside the 40-yard line of the Cardinals. Trying to put another touchdown on the board here. Minikis one-on-one right now on the outside with Zane Nye, the junior. 5'9", 147 pounds.
Cardinals blitzing. It's an option to the wide side of the field, and able to make the turn is Kirby inside the 30 near the 26.
Kirby takes a pitch.
He got matched up with
Cardinals
Vincent
30-yard
Cece, whose
line.
name we have not mentioned so far.
The leading tackler for the Cardinals, Vincent Cece.
It's a gain of 9, 2nd and 1. 3:19 to go
Second
first
down
half,
and 1.
21-0.
Vincent Cece on the year, the junior, 42 total tackles, 24 solo, 18 assisted, 7 tackles for loss. Really nice job by the Blue Wave, just mixing up the offense. We've seen the spread, we've seen the tight flex bone formation on the goal line. Right there, we see a little speed option run.
Ball
Really breaking out everything.
Closer to the near hash, near the 26. Graham in shotgun. And right at the snap, a flag flew, and it is a false start against the Blue Wave.
False start against Darien.
So a
Penalty number 5 against Darien.
So a false start against Darien, going to back them up, make it second
Down
and about 6.
You played for him. What makes Rob Trifone good?
He's the ultimate mad scientist, is the way I like to think about it. Now, football has changed a lot since I played and he coached, but he really coaches the same way. Fundamentals, repetition, perfection. And that's really what it is about with him. It's being creative, and it's about evolving over time. That's something that Coach Trifone has really been able to do over the years.
Trying to win his 247th game, and on second down, they'll try the right side. That in his career, stretching, of course, from Brian McMahon to Darien. Inside the 30 he goes, down near the 27-yard line, and a third down coming up again. Critical third down plays, and that's been one of Greenwich's big problems so far.
Darien letting the clock run down here a bit. I think this is probably 2-down territory for the Blue Wave if they don't pick it up here on third down. 1:59
remaining first half, 21-0 Blue Wave. Shotgun snap, rolling the pocket right, setting, throwing, lobbing. Minikis bobbled and dropped near the goal line. Barber back on coverage, it's fourth down.
Double covered there. Minikis actually still got open against the double coverage. Probably should have caught that football for a touchdown.
Probably should have.
Nye, Cook, and Barber in on the cover.
Zane Nye was also back there.
Zane
Zane follows me on Instagram.
Darien.
Always liking my stuff. I always appreciate that.
You think Peter Graham likes Michael Minikis as a target?
I would think so.
They're looking at him every single deep ball.
Ball sits at the 27 in Greenwich territory. 1:45 remaining first half. 3 receivers left, 2 right. Graham empty backfield, quick pass right, incomplete. And a flag down on the other side of the field. It was intended for Mulligan.
I really like the job that Peter Graham did there. It's going to be a false start against, or an illegal formation against Darien, so the play wouldn't have counted, but they had Greenwich a little bit confused there. They went with a quick count, clapped his hands, he got the ball. Milliken was open, just couldn't bring it in. It wouldn't have counted anyway, but Greenwich gets the ball back. Really a defining play for this Cardinal defense. They finally get off the field. Now with 1 minute and 41 seconds and some timeouts left, how aggressive does Greenwich get? Do they just take a knee and go in for the first half, down 3 scores? I expect to see them come out here and try to put points on the board in this last drive.
Among some of the faces seen here today, we mentioned Gary Delabate earlier. I know John Cini is here across the way, but right down below us, Mark Ducre and Maureen Ducre, just celebrating an anniversary not too long ago. So they haven't been able to get to a game.
25 years, I believe.
I believe so. And there's a wave from them. 1:41 remaining first half to throw. Bringing left, that goes to Muir. Muir for about 8 on the left side, tackled almost immediately near the 35-yard line.
So we'll see Greenwich go to that 2-minute offense, that hurry up.
Jackson Peters made the stop. They'll put the ball at 35. 1:23 remaining in the first half. Greenwich with all 3 timeouts.
And I thought they were going to go to a hurry up. The offensive line got up there quickly, but they are taking their sweet time right now.
Hartley in the backfield alongside of Ranello, who takes, sets, looks, throws, goes deep. He's got Kobe Comizio wide open. He's gone. 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
And the Cardinal crazies come right back with the pink talcum powder to match the Darien Blue Waves white. Kobe Comizio, beautiful skinny post route, a broken coverage by the Darien Blue Wave defense, and the Cardinals are on the board.
Absolutely essential to this. If you want a ball game today, Greenwich had to strike, and they do. 65 yards and a Greenwich touchdown.
Greenwich and James Ranello has been looking for that play all game long.
They do the formation in which they send most of the line out to the left for the extra point. Now they line them all up to kick it. It's Ben Howarth on for the point after.
That little swinging gate.
Just in case. Snap is good. Spot kick. It is up, and it is good. 58 seconds remaining in the first half. We'll stay here. We've got a ball game now. Maybe. Greenwich trails Darien 21-7.
Now, it is extremely important that you don't let Darien drive down the field and put points on the board here. Then, you have to regroup at halftime, and you have to do it again. Remember, Greenwich got the football to start this game. Darien's going to get the football coming out at halftime, so you got to come up with back-to-back stops if you're this Cardinal defense.
Well, you talk about another mad scientist. That is Greenwich defensive coordinator Brian Hochter. He is not a man I like to see unhappy.
Ooh, I tell you what, I saw him in the parking lot getting ready with his truck. I just a guy, probably the guy I would least want to see in like a darkened alley.
I love him. He's great.
Oh, he's fantastic.
Great to you and I. We have a great time with him, but he's a coach.
He is a coach.
He is firm. And Chris and I got to stand and chat with a bunch of the coaches last year after the final season banquet. He was great with us. You know, you get to know these guys a little bit. You get a little bit of insight on them. Obviously, we know some of the Darien guys as well. So, you know, you learn some stuff there. But these guys are coaches, and they're going to work you hard. And that's what Coach Hochter does. There's still 58 seconds remaining in the half. 21-7 now the score. Howarth through the approach. And the kick. Sends it up, coming down to the 7-yard line. Looking to the right. It's a reverse to Minikis to the wide side of the field. Minikis, 25, 30, still on his feet, pushed out of bounds by Jack O'Gorman near the 37-yard line. That's not a long field to go. 45 seconds and 2 timeouts.
I really like the play call there. A lot of times that you go for that reverse and you just fake it. That time they actually give it to Minikis. Very shifty, really good field position. Now you don't need too many yards to attempt a field goal. We talked about the field goal kicking. Hayden Hall, number 49, the kicker for Darien, but he hasn't been kicking the extra points and the kickoffs. It's been Aaron Sears, the wide receiver and senior. Be interesting to see if he comes out and actually kicks the football here. But they've got to get in field goal range first.
First down inside the 40 near the 38-yard line. 45 seconds remaining in the first half. Right back to the ground. They'll try Kirby left side. He gets to the outside, stays on his feet, stays in bounds for a gain of 11 near the 49.
Kirby really runs with a reckless abandon right there. It looks like he's hitting the truck stick on Madden every single run.
I like the reference.
First down, Darien at about midfield.
They'll mark it at midfield. 19 seconds, 2 timeouts. They have not spent either one of them, and the clock continues to run. 3 receivers to the right. It goes to Kirby again, left side, and they keep him in bounds with a flag down right on the far sideline of the Greenwich 49.
There is a flag.
CC was over there. Chris thinks it is a hold. I think that's what I saw you say.
It looked like it's in the vicinity of holding. Typically when they throw it into the mosh there.
And, yes, sir.
Holding against Darien.
So that'll back Darien up a bit. I think Coach Trafone and the other coaches thought maybe the run game with Kirby would throw off Greenwich a little bit, maybe expecting Peter Graham to come out and throw the football to get into field goal range. Really did a nice job those first couple runs, but holding call backs him up. Now it'll be interesting to see what Darien decides to do here.
Of course, Sean Kilkelly in the studio on the radio side.
Darien calls
he will handle the halftime information. We can take a quick station identification on the radio side. This is Darien Greenwich football on 1490 WGCH. Cardinal Stadium, Greenwich, Connecticut. Rob Adams, Chris Irway, along with Damian Andrew and the entire DAF media crew, Local Live, and the Greenwich Athletic Foundation. Happy that you are along for the ride. 21-7, Darien on top of Greenwich. A timeout was spent by the Blue Wave with 4 seconds remaining. So the Blue Wave down to 1 timeout. After the penalty, they sit back at their own 40, moving from left to right. They send 3 receivers to the near side right. Graham takes, looks, sets up, throws just what is a screen to the left side, but there's plenty of running room to the right. And breaking tackles, at least initially, Jackson Peters is run down at the 45 by A.J. Barber, and the first half will come to an end on that note.
That's the end of the first half.
So for the Greenwich Cardinals, as they sprint off the field, what a drive. That last throw by James Ranello absolutely got them back in this football game. Still down 2 touchdowns. This Darien defense is fierce. Greenwich needs to come out and pitch a shutout in the second half. I think if they can do that, limit the scoring opportunities for Darien, try to cause some havoc in the backfield, they can get right back into this football game. It's going to be a tall order, but it can be done.
We'll throw things back on the radio side to Sean Kilkelly in the studio. He's got the halftime extravaganza. DAF Media will bring you the pictures from Cardinal Stadium. Halftime in this big showdown. Right now, Darien having the better of it. Blue Wave 21, Greenwich 7. You're watching Darien Greenwich football, and you're listening to it on 1490 WGCH. You're watching it on Local Live, produced by DAF Media.
Varsity dance squad.
him, trust in Will Kirby,
Olivia
and on defense,
Turnbull.
keep getting to James Ranello. Don't sit
Valeria
back,
Romero.
keep putting the pressure on him, make him in every once in a while.
Brunswick and Avon Old Farms, by the way, across town are heading to overtime, tied at 28. So they've got a good one over at Robert L. Cosby Field.
I think if you're Coach Morello and you're Coach Hochter and you're Coach Newton, offensively, try to get balanced again. You've got to get Hunter Clark going. You got to get Spencer Hartley involved. Maybe some running back screens out of the backfield to negate that pressure from the defensive line. Try to catch Darien off guard. And defensively, I think they did a good job of adjusting late in the second quarter there. I think you've got to play press coverage. I think these quick slants over the middle off play action from Peter Graham are absolutely killing Greenwich, and eliminate the penalties. First things first, come out and stop them on offense here. Get within one score. Take it one play at a time.
That's really all you can do at this point, because it did not feel or sound good here in the first half, at least if you were a Greenwich fan. And if you're just a fan of good, close football, at 21-0, there was a feeling in this place like this one might be over.
Yeah, is this thing going to get out of hand?
Yeah.
Turns out it didn't. Darien went for it deep in Greenwich territory in 4th and 2. Didn't complete the pass. There was a penalty, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. And then Greenwich is able to come back with a big touchdown pass to Kobe Camizio. And really good job by James Ranello of staying positive, not getting too down, coming back and making a perfect throw off of a busted coverage. It's hard to do that when you're down 3 scores. So really good job by him. He's growing up a lot in this football game today.
Not to be forgotten, at least for our WGCH listeners, the thanks to our sponsors as always. Rick Lowe with Houlihan Lawrence, who's a realtor and a company that knows the game, and call Rick Lowe with Houlihan Lawrence at 203-698-1234. Greenwich Parks and Recreation, it's not just a walk in the park. Greenwich Tile and Marble, of course, with imported tile and marble, granite and stone slab countertops, as well as designer mosaics and hand-painted tiles at 402 West Putnam Avenue in Greenwich. Chicken Joe's, watch for the Chicken Joe to-go truck. Chicken Joe's new catering service found at 290 Greenwich Avenue every day. Glenville Shell, the old-fashioned full-service gas station, 222 Glenville Road, and Lenz Brothers Auto Body, a free computerized estimate and super-fast service, 37 Sherwood Place in Greenwich. My thanks to DAF Media for allowing us to combine and being able to honor the folks who help bring you football here today in Greenwich. Here is the second half kickoff by Ben Howarth, taken by Minikis. Great control right near the sideline at the 4, and he's run into it, the 15, and the ball's on the turf. And Greenwich has got it.
And
what a turn.
Michael Minikis was absolutely speared on that kickoff return. I can't tell because there were about 4 Cardinals right there, but the first mistake he made is that kickoff is going out of bounds. That would have been a penalty against Greenwich. They would have got the ball at the 40-yard line.
And he's still slow getting up, Chris.
Michael Minikis down for Darien. The first mistake, letting it run. The first mistake, letting the football, or catching the football at the 3-yard line instead of letting it go out of bounds. Then he takes it. There's no blocking over there because I think Darien expected him to let that ball go out of bounds. He gets absolutely crushed, fumbles the football, and now he's hurt.
The strip tackle was made by number 20, David
only
Fogno.
The second turnover of this game. David Fogno committed the hit that got the turnover.
First down Cardinals on
and for Greenwich,
Darien,
you get the ball at the 18-yard line. I got to be honest, you can't even come away with 3. You have to get 7.
You have to get 7 right now. The only thing I can think of, and Michael Minikis looks like he's in a little bit of pain. The only thing I can relate to, and Sean Kilkelly will get a kick out of this, is watching that kick return reminds me of seeing Bill Goldberg in wrestling in the old WCW, where you just see him spear the living heck out of someone, and that's exactly what Fogno did right there.
Greenwich trainer Peter Falla is standing nearby as Minikis is down near the 8-yard line. 14 seconds gone, second half, 21-7 the score. Minikis now up to his feet. He does have his arm around the Darien trainer. However, he is walking under his own power, so that at least a good sight. And and getting pats on the back from some of his teammates.
So a slight lip for Minikis.
Getting a little better with his gait as he walks along.
We'll see if he gets back into this football game, but he's been the deep threat, the big play receiver for Darien in the first half. Now, if you're the Cardinals, you absolutely have to take advantage here and put 7 on the board quickly.
All right, buckle up. Do we have a little drama? Lights beginning to come on here at Cardinal Stadium. Ball sits inside the 20-yard line at the Darien 18. Ranello in shotgun. He's got Clark alongside of him. He takes the snap on first down. He's going to do it himself. Rolling right, still rolling, trying to run away. He does, breaks one tackle, breaks the second tackle to the outside the numbers, and he's taken down by Sam Wilson near the 10. That's James Ranello at his best right there.
Credit the improvisation from Ranello. That's a pure keep the entire way.
And another Blue Wave player. As you take a look again, Chris, look at this. Look at breaking tackles there off that right edge.
Trying to take a look at the player
he
down.
Got past Bothwell. That was impressive because Bothwell, I thought, was going to have the ankle tackle.
That might be number 2, Austin Demmel. Not 100% sure, but again, credit the improvisation for Manello. Looked like he was keeping that the entire time, then faked like he wanted to throw it. A.J. Barber cut up field. He probably could have made a throw, decided to keep it. Really good job by Ranello.
That was Demmel.
So Demmel walks off on his own power.
Former Greenwich cheerleading coach Aaron Montague just came up into the stands. Big crowd on hand here today. Many up on what we call Sean's Hill, which is where my son always went when he would come and watch games with me while I would broadcast. So he used to hang out up there, and he always had to go to the flagpole to let me know that he was okay. Ball on the far hash. Clock running, 11:05 remaining. Third quarter. They'll go to the ground. Clark to the right side. Clark turns it left. Touchdown, Greenwich.
Easily the best run of the day for Hunter Clark. Nearly untouched as he goes into the end zone. And the Cardinals right back into this football game after a huge turnover. Take a look at the replay right here. Hunter Clark goes off tackle. Nice pull block there. And an easy run into the end zone.
It's a 10-yard touchdown run for Hunter Clark. Extra point coming up.
Talked about the Cardinals being a second-half football team. They haven't had to put much effort into second halves this year so far. A lot of running clock typically.
Clark, his 8th touchdown, and the extra point is good. 10:55 remaining in the third quarter. All you can ask for when you're a broadcaster or a fan is drama. Now you've got it. Darien 21, Greenwich 14, 10:55 remaining in the third. This is Darien Greenwich football on 1490 WGCH and local live, produced by DAF Media. That's my man Jimmy Caparelli walking down on the track, right down near the track, listening to the broadcast today. 10:55 remaining in the third quarter. Give a wave to him. Rob Adams, Chris Irway. A lot of folks tuning in today around the world and right here with us, and I think they're getting the scoreboard going, so everything is good. Life is good here. A little more drama here at Greenwich High School. 21-14 the score. Now the kickoff. Here's the approach. Drives it deep, but to the far side. It'll be taken at the 11-yard line. Starting forward, head of steam. Getting tripped up near the 29-yard line.
Nice tackle there by number 23 for the Cardinals, Jack O'Gorman, senior cornerback.
Is that Kirby on the return?
It did look like Kirby on the return.
I thought so as well.
For those interested, the other big game today, Ridgefield and St. Joe's. St. Joe's 41, Ridgefield zip.
And this game had the same feeling in the first half for a long stretch.
These two games going completely opposite directions right now.
Well, we will see. First down for the Blue Wave. They will come out, go left to right. Aaron Sears, the receiver, goes out to the right. Slot right goes Sean Gifford. Play fake, they'll lob it on a screen left side. That's incomplete.
All sorts of confusion. And Peter Graham is not happy. He got that football, looked like he wanted to hand it off, then threw that swing pass, almost looked like a backward pass initially. They ruled it a forward pass. But Darien, all sorts of confusion right now. Greenwich has all the momentum, and this is the most hyped I've seen the Greenwich sideline this entire football game.
Intended for Kirby. 2nd and 10, 10:38 to go, third quarter. Angling out, looking right, still looking right, deep ball right side, caught in stride. What a catch by Aaron Sears, and he's taken down at the Greenwich 41-yard line. Jack O'Gorman on the coverage. That O'Gorman couldn't play any better. Perfectly thrown by Graham, perfectly caught by Sears.
That's an absolute perfect throw and a dot by Peter Graham. If you're O'Gorman, the only thing you can do is try to get your head turned around, but you risk losing Aaron Sears on that route. And Sears, all he had to do was put his arms out, dropped it right in the bucket.
39 yards and a first down. Two receivers go out to the left, one to the near side right, three stand in the backfield. Right in the middle of that is Graham. Graham takes, play fake, looks right, incomplete, intended for Kirby. So the screen pass is not working right now for Darien.
I'm surprised they're calling that a forward pass. That's clearly a backward pass. I'm not sure what the officials are looking at, but that ball should be about 4 yards back. So they're going to call that just an incomplete pass.
Ball sits at the 32. Second and 10. Graham in shotgun. They'll go right back to the ground, trying with a flag down. Kirby trying to push ahead.
You're going to get a hold against Darien here. Let's see what Coach Morello decides to do. He could decline it, make it 3rd and 10 inside the 35-yard line, but I expect him to take this penalty.
Yeah, it does look like they're walking back. That is penalty number 7. 9:41 to go, third quarter.
Second down and 20.
Let's make it 2nd and 20. 2nd and 19 looks a little more on the money. At the 41 in Greenwich territory, Graham takes, looking left the whole way, going left the whole way. Barber down there on defense, and it's incomplete. Intended left side for Jackson Peters. Peters had the first score of the game, a 10-yard touchdown pass from Graham.
Really good coverage there by Barber. Just an electric athlete for the Cardinals, and Jackson Peters on the opposite side has done everything for Darien throughout the season, and he's been spectacular in this game so far today. Now a huge play for Darien. 3rd and 19. If you can get half your yardage back here, I expect him to go for it on 4th down.
Angling out to the right is Kirby. Flag already down, running right, that's thrown and caught. Making it forward is Sears, and he's down at the 21.
Third down pass complete to Sears.
It would be enough for a first down, but it's coming back.
You're going to get an illegal shift on Darien. Really great job by Peter Graham to scramble and find Sears. Found an opening in the zone, but not all the linemen and the receivers were set before they snapped the football. Peter Graham really going with this quick count. It's catching Greenwich off guard, but right there he's got to wait for his entire line to be set before he gets that football.
So the ball now back at the Greenwich 46-yard line. So they have
Cardinals and Coach Brian Hochter, but I have to think you dial up a little bit of pressure here. They've been going with a straight 4-man rush, maybe bring a couple linebackers here, get in Peter Graham's face, make him throw this football very early. So there's some confusion right now. Now looking at the play clock that's already at 10 seconds.
And a timeout spent by Darien.
Darien calls a timeout.
timeouts can be vital. Coach Trifone out to talk with the official about the play clock. Thinks that it wasn't reset, potentially. Going to the lozenges already?
I've been fighting a cough since I was in San Francisco a month ago.
Please, stay at least 2 feet away from me.
Get out.
I'll go on the roof and do color.
You probably could. Wouldn't be the craziest thing. If folks don't know, Chris and I have worked together now for a long time. We did a game, I think 2009, in which Sean Kilkelly and I had to set up in an auditorium basically 100 feet apart from each other. And we had to send Chris onto the field with a wireless microphone to let him pick up the play-by-play when the game view shifted out of our view to the left.
This was at Rye Harrison, right?
It was, I believe, Rye Harrison at Harrison Avenue Elementary School.
Yes. Did my first touchdown call on that game.
It's a crazy day. That's why when I see other broadcasters complaining, I'm thinking, oh, you guys have a lot to learn. Third in Portchester.
The crowd is as loud as we've seen it so far.
Ball at the 46. They got to get past the 22. Shotgun snap. Graham sets. Eddie Ayuteri brings him down. A sack back at the Darien 46-yard line.
And the first time that this defensive line has gotten to Peter Graham today, and it couldn't come at a better time. Eddie Ayuteri comes in there, absolutely demolishes Graham, and Darien is going to have to punt this football away after getting great field position and driving deep into Cardinal territory.
And Greenwich with a chance to get the ball and potentially tie it up. 21-14, Blue Wave on top. In a matchup of number 4 versus number 3 in the state in both polls. Clark goes back. Kobe Camizio was deep initially. Now they jam up the line. Camizio shifting around. Waiting for the snap is Hall. Hall with a low snap with time, steps up, minimal rush, gets into it, wobbly kick, and goes out of bounds. Chance for no return at the Greenwich 29-yard line.
So not a great punt overall. There was an opportunity there for Darien to pin Greenwich deep. Instead, pretty decent field position near the 30-yard line. We're actually right on the 30-yard line.
A 23-yard punt and no return. Now it's time to see what Greenwich has got in them. Remember, the last touchdown was a result in reality of a turnover. Greenwich was able to take advantage. Of course, they still scored the points. Each team with a touchdown off a turnover. Greenwich has not had a sustained drive today.
You stole my thunder. I was exactly going to say that.
Shotgun snap taken. Ranello looks left, throws left. Mason Muir sideline, tries to make a turn at the 41. Catch over there. He's knocked out of bounds by Peters after a gain of just about 11.
Good throw by Ranello there, right on the money to Mason Muir. You talked about the sustained drive. We've seen the short drive off the turnover. We've seen the bomb to Kobe Camizio. Let's see if Greenwich can put something together, chew up a little bit of clock, and put something in the end zone.
Chris Knight getting spoiled by the monitor and instant replays from the DAF media feed. Looking right, Ranello throws right. Drops it in right through the bucket and finds Barber near the 48. I don't know how he completed that one. It's a gain of 6.
In between two defenders, I thought that had a good chance of being intercepted, but the defenders for Darien just kind of froze and allowed Barber to catch that football.
First down there, or second down rather, near the 47-yard line, 2nd and 4. Ranello in shotgun, takes it. Waits, he's going to run with it himself, and he is stacked up and thrown back by the Blue Wave.
Ranello is brought down in the backfield for a loss.
And if you're James Ranello, you have to give the football there to Spencer Hartley. Ranello makes the wrong read. Looks like they may call a penalty against Darien here. That's what the, at least early inclination is. And it is going to be a face mask. It's the minor variety. So they'll mark off 5, repeat second down. But if you're Ranello, you have to trust in your running back. Spencer Hartley has not played much this year, coming back from injury today. Right there, if he hands that ball off, he's got a first down easily up the middle of the field. Jonathan Alexander checks out for the Cardinals.
So the penalty's starting to pile up against the Blue Wave. Ball sits now with a 2nd and 2 at the Greenwich 49-yard line. 2 receivers to each side. Here's Ranello to throw. Sets, fires, has a man. Daniel Perez with a catch, and he's down at the Darien 24. Greenwich has found the rhythm, Chris.
And Daniel Perez, little skinny post right there in the seam. Beautiful route, and what a great throw by Ranello. Over one defender, in between another. And a nice first down for the Cardinals.
27 yards and a first down.
How about Daniel Perez, the senior, 5'10", 160 pounds. Couple of big catches here in this game.
4:55 remaining third quarter. Blue Wave 21, Greenwich 14. Split between the hash marks. One receiver out to the right is Camizio. Here's Ranello to throw. Looks going toward Camizio on an out. He's got him inside the 10 near the 8. It's a gain of 14 and a first down.
Greenwich really finding their rhythm. James Ranello looks very comfortable in the pocket. Offensive line, really nice job pass protecting. Moving the football in chunks right now.
Perez will check out. Montesi will come back in. Pilk stays on as well. Muir on the near side. Camizio as well. Hartley in the backfield. All from the looks of it, and a 1st and goal at the Blue Wave 8-yard line. In a 21-14 game, 3 receivers to the left. Taken. Hartley to the right side. Ducks down, maybe a yard, not much. In on the stop and all over the place, of course, is Will Bothwell.
They try to go to that off-tackle play that worked for Hunter Clark on the last touchdown. Good job by Bothwell, the defensive line of the Blue Wave, stopping Hartley.
2nd and goal. Inside the 10 at the 8. Crowd coming back like the sea is rolling in. Rolling right is Ranello. Ranello sets. He throws. Back of the end zone. Barber dropped it. Had it knocked away, in fact, by Wilson. Only 3rd and goal.
And a very, very dangerous throw there by James Ranello. Scrambles out of the pocket. Pressure coming. Gets all the way to the sideline. I thought he had a chance to actually run that football. Instead, throws across his body, and A.J. Barber, it hits him right in the chest and falls down. I thought Barber might have thought that it was going to be deflected, but I think Ranello missed an opportunity right there to run that football for a decent gain, potentially a touchdown.
In the meantime, by the way, while Chris and I are watching the replay, Greenwich picked up a holding penalty and went the other way.
So it all would have been for naught anyway, even if Barber made that catch.
Right.
So now you've got 2nd and goal from just inside the 25. Right here, if you're Greenwich, you're looking to pick up half, maybe a little bit more than half that yardage. Set up a 3rd and goal from inside the 10.
Obviously, with 3:50 remaining in the third, you don't have to get a touchdown. Here's Ranello to throw. Ranello throws off the back foot. Barber open. Touchdown, Greenwich.
A.J. Barber finally gets involved offensively. He's done a great job as a defensive back today, but right there shows off the athleticism. Ranello, really good job of just putting the ball up for grabs, just floats it over a couple of defenders. Barber goes right up the seam, beats the defender there, Jeremiah Stafford for Darien, and believe it or not, the Cardinals an extra point away from tying this football game up.
And for A.J. Barber, his 7th touchdown on the year, and Howarth ties the ball game. 3:40 remaining, third quarter. Buckle up, we've got a ball game. Greenwich 21, Darien 21. This is Darien Greenwich football on 1490 WGCH and local live, produced by DAF Media. In the break, I was looking over at Chris and just shaking my head. And, of course, he's more worried that I'm flipping out over something. No, I am stunned by this game.
Well, you think about it, high school football in general, when do you ever see 21-point swings both ways? 21 straight points and 21 straight points from the opposite team. I'm not sure anyone saw this coming. I think we thought it was going to be a close game throughout the entire game, but I didn't think it would take this long to get there.
I didn't think we would see this kind of a roller coaster. No, not like this. This thing has been like the weirdest teeter-totter in history. Here's Hoarth for the kickoff in a tie game. Drives it kind of short near the 14-yard line. Turning, that looks like Wilson. Wilson to the outside. Wilson stretches near the 37. He's got good field position. In the middle of that, making the stop is Ben Weinstein of Greenwich.
How crazy of an athlete does Sam Wilson have to be that this is a starting outside linebacker and kick returner for Darien?
By the way, I totally forgot. Normally, here at Cardinal Stadium, the lights get left off here in the booth because there's a glare that comes in off the windows. Even when the parts of the windows are open, the glare doesn't work, was what I'm trying to say. So we all bring lights. I have a light that I normally bring. Didn't bring it today. Actually was going to leave it here all season, but everyone said, "Oh, Rob, the lamp doesn't work. It's burned out." More in a moment. Here's Graham to the left side. Hit immediately as the receiver on the far sideline near the 46.
Graham's first down pass complete to Peters.
As it went to Peters. So, burned out bulb, Chris. I take it home after the last game, plug it in and turn it on. No one plugged it in here after I left.
Check that game 8. Second down.
Well, there you go. Yeah. You just can't trust anybody except yourself, Rob.
Nope. 2nd and 2. Ball on the far hash in a 21 all game. 2:55 remaining third quarter. Graham in shotgun. 2 receivers make it 3 to the near side right. Blitz coming, and before anyone could hit anyone, we have a flag.
I thought that Greenwich might have been lined up in the neutral zone. And that is what it's going to be.
You are correct, sir.
Offsides against
Thought it might have been Will Montesi. Had his helmet across the football.
Penalty number 6 against Greenwich.
So an automatic first down for Darien as the ball crosses midfield.
2:45 to go in the third. Ball at the 49-yard line and a first down. Graham to throw. Montesi coming, but he throws a deep ball that goes out of bounds and incomplete. Intended for Mulligan. Mark, the defender. By the way, the rest of the top 10 in Game Time and the Day of New London, they all agree it's hand number 1, St. Joe's 2, Greenwich 3, Darien 4, Newtown 5, Bloomfield 6, and Ridgefield 7. Obviously, some of that will change. Game Time goes Ansonia number 8, Southington 9, and Maloney 10. The Day goes Southington 8, Ansonia 9, and Sheehan 10.
There's been a lot of talk about Daniel Hand and if they deserve that number 1 ranking.
2nd and 10, and right at the snap, another whistle. And a timeout, Greenwich.
The timeout for the Cardinals. Many people saying that Hand has not played anybody to warrant that number 1 ranking, and they've struggled in a few games to get out to quick leads. But again, so have the Cardinals.
Look like defensive backs coach Eric Lee leading the charge out into the field with Anthony Morello, and I think I spied Bruce Cunningham walking out there. The 1983 grad of Greenwich, of course, the former Wilton High School coach, who's the coach of the defensive line here.
Catering for sponsoring today's tailgate. Chicken and
2:22 remaining, third quarter.
Both teams have used the timeout here in the second half.
Greenwich and around the area.
I have not checked in on that Brunswick game across town.
I'm going to...
You're going to take a look?
Take a look, see what I can find.
Very kind of the Greenwich Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Tony Jones, to acknowledge the tweet we put out before the game. Thank you to Dr. Jones. And to Jimmy Lebrandi as well. He was the other one who liked it, so don't want to leave him out. 2:22 remaining, third quarter, tied at 21. on this co-broadcast today. Good to see the folks from the Greenwich Athletic Foundation at halftime. Randy and Richard and Rob all came up here for a bit. We were chatting. In motion, on a second down, setting it up, left side, he throws it away. Under a big rush was Graham. Graham retreats all the way back toward his own 30.
And he wanted to hit Kirby on a little wheel route. Kirby motioned out of the backfield, but just no time to actually turn and look for the football. Too much pressure on Graham there. Had to just get rid of it. As of 5 minutes ago,
yes,
we've got a final in overtime. Brunswick falls to Avon Old Farms, 35-28.
They may still wind up in a bowl game. Now they have 2 losses on the year, but a bowl game not out of the question for the Bruins. 3rd and 10 at the Greenwich 49. Graham rolling right, sets and fires. That is a high ball and incomplete. Aaron Sears was the intended receiver. He was kind of barking for a call, but not going to get it. I think Zane Nye was the coverage. But that ball wasn't catchable, so the officials, in my opinion, doing the right thing.
Ball high and overthrown, and I think this is a good decision by Darien. Punt the football away. If you can get a better punt than last time, you could try to pin Greenwich deep, make them go the length of the football field. They were able to do it last drive, but some penalties aided them. Let's see if Darien can get a little bit more fundamentally focused here on defense.
Hall stands back ready to punt it away to Hunter Clark. There's the snap. It's a high one. With time, he steps up. He gets his best punt off of the day by far. Clark back, lets it go. It bounces down inside the 5 and just tumbles into the end zone. That is a touchback.
Darien had an opportunity right there to stop it at the 2. Just momentum too much, taking them forward, and Greenwich is fortunate to get a touchback.
49 yards on that punt. No return due to the touchback. It becomes a 29-yard net. So thanks to Randy Caravella, Rob Burton, and Richard Fulton for stopping up at halftime to say hello. We weren't able to get them on the air. We'll try for another time. And they're always welcome on doubleheader, of course. Tough
to do, especially in the first broadcast of this kind, and the way the game is going, and just chaos left and right.
It's been, it has been chaotic. Hopefully for you, what you've watched and listened to has just come off okay.
Controlled chaos, I would say.
Controlled chaos. But behind the scenes, it's always chaotic. First down for Greenwich with a chance in a tie game to take the lead. Running to his left, stepping out. Ranello running for his life, still running. He runs to the wide side of the field. Now he throws a low pass to the sideline that is incomplete.
James Ranello's first down.
Callum Abernathy down again for the Cardinals.
That was intended for Kobe Camizio. Abernathy does come up, starts to try to walk. Pete Falla on the field, turns and goes right back off the field. Abernathy seems to stay in.
When your senior captain offensive tackle waves you off, I think you probably just get off the field.
1:43 remaining, third quarter, a 21-all game.
Surprising that Greenwich has not gone, at least tried to establish a little bit more of the running game.
It was not working in the first half.
It's really been all James Ranello trying to sling the football around the field.
2nd 10, here he goes again. He does sling it. That is complete, making a turn out near the 26.
Ranello completes up the middle to Matthew Pilk.
That was Matthew Pilk for a gain of 7.
Stopped by
Good throw there by Ranello, and an excellent job by Pilk gaining a few extra yards. Puts yourself in 3rd and short. Much more manageable here for the Cardinal offense.
3rd and 3. 1:17 to go, third quarter, 21 all. Camizio and Barber out to the right. 2 receivers make it 3 to the left, empty backfield. Rushing for the Blue Wave. That is complete and immediately hit at the 30. Was, I believe, Pilk again. And it was.
And Pilk's going to be a half a yard short.
Wow, they did. They put him down at the 29.
And the thing about that was Pilk caught that football with his back to the marker, so the football didn't reach all the way to the 30-yard line.
That's right. So 3 and out go the Cardinals.
And as much as I think Coach Morello wants to go for this, I think the only thing you can do here is punt this football away.
Fox comes on to punt it away.
Fox on to punt for Greenwich.
Stands back at his own 16.
For Darien.
Demmel will go deep. With time, here is the punt. Good kick and a fair catch called for at the 30. That ball is on the turf, but the official will whistle it dead right there. They are sorting out bodies at the 29, and it is Darien's football.
Almost another major turnover for Darien. They get extremely lucky there to recover that fumble. Austin Demmel, who was injured earlier, back in this football game. And the officials having a bit of a conversation.
They are. 42-yard punt, no return.
I don't think they're going to change anything. Darien football. So we'll have one play here before the end of the third quarter.
4 seconds remaining. 21 all. One to the near side right. He takes, running the option, goes left, almost threw it behind Kirby. Kirby stretching to the wide side of the field, was able to get around Hugo Marks. CC was nearby to knock him out of bounds near the 31. Give him 3 to the 32. And the third quarter comes to an end. I'll be honest, there was a point in the second quarter where this game seemed done. All of a sudden, we now have high drama going into quarter number 4.
I think we can say it best, buckle up. We got a great fourth quarter ahead of us.
It starts right after this. This is Darien Greenwich football on 1490 WGCH and local live, produced by DAF Media. We start quarter number 4 at Cardinals Stadium in Greenwich. Rob Adams, Chris Irway, along with the gang from DAF Media, led by Damian Andrew. 21 all in this great showdown. Darien and Greenwich. And the Blue Wave moving the ball. Shotgun snap taken. Graham sets, throws, deep ball. He's got a man down there that is incomplete, intended for Peters. 2 defenders standing nearby for the Cardinals, including Vincent Cece.
A.J. Barber on the coverage there too. That ball just a little bit wobbly. Peters actually had a step on Barber there, a little bit better throw, and that's probably a completion for a big gain. Instead, 3rd and long for Darien, who's been shut out offensively since early in the second quarter. So a much better job by this Greenwich defense of starting to put the clamp down on this Darien offense. Big play right here.
8 seconds gone by here in the 4th. Graham throws to the right and nobody home on a 3rd down, 37.
A little bit of miscommunication there. Graham expected Sean Gifford, number 3, the wide receiver, to run a little out route. Instead, he just runs a fly route straight up the field. No one there. So miscommunication. Darien's going to have to punt this football away after a 3 and out. A penalty against Darien going to be declined by the Cardinals, and it will be 4th and 7. So let's see what type of field position Greenwich can get from here. As Hunter Clark back at his own 32, waiting to receive the punt.
And that punt coming. 11:45 remaining. Now the team's sputtering a little bit, both of them. Waiting on the snap. Hall awaits. There it is, high snap with time, and he's just able to get it off. That takes a bounce. Clark thought about picking it up, and it'll bounce inside the 40 and be down right at the 40, in fact.
Hayden Hall's punt is down
That's a
at the Greenwich
28-yard punt.
40-yard line.
Evan Weigold was in the backfield.
First down, Cardinals.
Just heard from my man Mike Buswell up in Trumbull. Great baseball coach, great guy, great dad, phenomenal human being all the way around.
Is he listening, watching?
I believe he is listening.
Very nice.
Many listening, many watching, and we are super appreciative. We have tried to make this as friendly and down the middle as we can all day. And it has been fun to watch. Barber will lead the receivers out to the left. Some of the crowd have actually disappeared, at least partially right down to our left, to the ground on first down. That looked like Hartley to duck down for a gain of about 5.
The middle for 6.
Teddy Christensen lost his helmet.
Stopped by Slaneski.
He's going to try to stay in unless, yeah, he got caught. He's going to
He got caught. He tried to be sneaky, but
he did.
The officials caught him. Really nice run there by Spencer Hartley. A little bit more of a scat back to the power back that Hunter Clark is. Really a thunder and lightning combination that we've seen so many years from this Cardinal rushing attack. They typically have 2 or 3 guys that rotate in. Typically it would be Jack Warren. He's been injured the majority of the year. So nice to see Spencer Hartley back on the field and really giving this a boost to the running game so far.
Junior defensive end Matthew Burke replaces him. On second down, this is Hartley pushing with a flag down. That's an obvious hold after a gain of 5. It's coming back.
And picks up enough yardage for a first down, but there is a flag on the
So after 2 nice runs right up the gut, a hold is going to drop Greenwich back. A lot of penalties in this game. And now you have to think you probably have the football in James Ranello's hands for the next 2 plays. But I'm telling you, I would love to see just a little screen pass here. If Darien, you would think Darien's going to try to fire up that defensive line. Just, have Spencer Hartley fake that block and just flood out to the right. Maybe a little screen pass. That'd be a nice play call right here.
2nd and 8 to throw Ranello. Does throw underneath. That looks like Pilk, who gets thrown down near the 49.
Ranello completes underneath to Matthew Pilk.
Along for the tackle was J.H. Slaneski, one of the Wonder Twins.
I'll tell you what, Matthew Pilk, he lines up at running back, he lines up at receiver. I've seen him at tight end, the senior, 6'3", 200 pounds. He does a great job of yards after catch. He gets contact immediately. He's always falling forward. One of the best qualities about Matthew Pilk on this Cardinal offense.
And he'll head out slot left alongside Mason Muir. And Kobe Camizio heads out to the left as well. Montesi will go to the right side at tight end. On 3rd and a yard, to the ground, pushing through. That's a first down for Hartley.
Spencer Hartley
Gain of about 4.
For Cardinals first down.
Greenwich will keep the good times rolling in a 21-all game. Bothwell made the stop.
A little bit of imposing your will there by the offensive line, just getting lower on your pad level than the defensive line, able to push them back. A nice first down pickup.
9:37 remaining, clock running, 4th quarter. Each team with 2 timeouts.
You know that Greenwich wouldn't be angry with a quick score here, but it seems like they want to try to drain as much clock as possible and not give Darien the ball back.
2 receivers to each side. Hartley in the backfield. Ranello to throw. Deep drop. He's got to run for his life. Got to get rid of it or run. He does, and he'll get maybe to lose a yard. A couple of defenders over there. David Ivanchek being one of them.
By James
I think when all it's going to be a loss of a yard or 2.
Yep. The blue wave with the names on back of the uniform. They often do.
And as James Ranello starts more and more games and becomes more comfortable in this offense, you'll start to see him, instead of taking that ball and try to gain a yard or 2 when you really lose it, he'll just chuck that football right out of bounds.
In the red with the white pants going from left to right. They're on the near hash on a 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap taken by Ranello. Sets. He's going to have to run for his life. No chance. He's down. It's Ivanchek. Bring him down at 38.
Shades of brother Mark. Ivanchek, just a sophomore, 5'10", 192 pounds. Defensive end for the Blues. And that in 3rd forever. Really great job by both defenses. Really start to shut down opposing offenses.
3rd and 24 at Greenwich 40.
Really have nothing to lose here if you're the Cardinal offense. Might as well try to throw one as far as you can heave it.
8:22 remaining in the 4th. Setting up a screen to Hartley, incomplete.
Screen pass attempt.
And here's the problem with that play call is that's a play call you need to make on 1st down, not 3rd and long, because everyone is expecting a screen play. Everyone's expecting a wide receiver screen, a slip out to the running back out of the back. Darien would have gained 15, 18 yards. Would have been 1st down. That's a 1st play call you need to make.
So now with 8:14 to go, it'll be Fox to punt it away. Quentin Fox waits it. Oh, there was someone right in the face. Ball spinning around. Then turns, kind of takes a parallel run, and turns into a Darien roll at the 47.
Nothing good came out of that punt. High snap, a lot of pressure, and really just a shanks sky high in the air. Great field position for Darien.
I thought Sneski might have been the one who was in the backfield. That was only a 13-yard punt. So it's Darien's now with 8 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter, and the ball sitting at the Blue Wave 47-yard line. Here come the Blue Wave. Far sideline. Many of their fans decked out in white.
Let's see what Peter Graham can cook up here. Don't be surprised if you see them the running back
set, and he runs himself and tucks it away with a flag down on Vincent Cece at the Greenwich 49.
There's a flag.
So here's the reason why you're getting that personal foul. It's because Peter Graham gives himself up and slides.
Yep.
And then Vincent Cece comes in, not late, but basically just lays his helmet on the helmet of Graham. And fortunately, that's going to get called every time.
That's it. It's the helmet-to-helmet factor and a 15-yard penalty. And the Blue Wave in shape at the 34.
34.
Again, 2 receivers to each side. Graham in the backfield. He's got Kirby alongside of him. Kirby will angle out now to his right. Claps his hands, takes the shotgun snap, the handoff goes to the left side. Kirby around the end. Still running, breaks a tackle, pushed out of bounds inside the Greenwich 10. They're going to mark him a little further back from the looks of it, near the 11.
Out of bounds by Hugo Mark.
And even further back, in fact, so he stepped out of bounds near the 19. Hugo Mark made the stop.
Nice job by Kirby, breaking containment, getting to the outside.
Enough yards for another 1st down.
So 1st down for Darien. Trying to take advantage here of a poor punt. 7.5 minutes to go here in the game.
2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. On 1st down with 7:34 to go. Play action, angling it up. There's a man open, climbing the ladder and making the catch. Touchdown, Darien!
Graham's pass complete in the end zone.
Touchdown to Jackson Peters. And the Blue Wave regain the lead.
And just a beautiful run route, a little fade route to the outside. Peters puts it right where he needs to. Or Graham, puts it right where he needs to. Peters with one heck of a catch. So we take a look at the instant replay. Gets that foot down. What a fantastic acrobatic catch by Jackson Peters.
Extra point coming up. It's Sears to make it a 7-point lead. He is 3 for 3 on his extra points this afternoon. There's the snap, it's good. Spot kick, blocked!
And the kick is blocked.
Kobe Camizio. And it's a 6-point game with 7:25 to go. Darien 27, Greenwich 21. This is the Greenwich Darien football game on 1490 WGCH and local live, produced by DAF Media. Now it's Greenwich's turn, 27-21. Darien on top, 7:25 to go. Here at Cardinals Stadium on DAF Media, local live via the Greenwich Athletic Foundation and 1490 WGCH. Rob Adams, Chris Irway with you, and the kickoff coming up by Sears. Sears for Darien sends a low line drive and a bouncer goes back toward Clark at the 11. Finds an opening, ducks down, squirts through the 30. Greenwich will set up shop right there. 7:14, 2 timeouts. Either way, there's plenty of time in this ball game.
And decent field position. We'll see how that extra point affects the rest of this game and how it could loom large. Could if Greenwich can put the ball in the end zone right here. So you have to get something going here offensively. Darien has done a decent job of shutting down this Cardinal offense for the past 10 to 12 minutes. Got to get something going here.
You're on the near side right. Brunello in shotgun, takes the snap, looking left, goes left. He's got Pilk for a gain of maybe 10, maybe past the sticks to the 41.
Nice little out route there by Matthew Pilk. Good catch. Pushes forward for a first down. Strong throw by Ranello.
Six-point game following the down at the 41. Ranello looks to throw, does throw, finds Pilk again. Pilk is a player today. He gets a gain of 8 to the 49. Demmel makes the stop.
Pilk just settles down, little 7-yard curl route, right in between the zone defense of Darien.
2nd down and 2 for Greenwich.
2nd and 2. Greenwich sideline holding up the big signs that send the play in. Head coach Anthony Morello walks nearby. Here's Ranello to throw. Throws, finds Kobe Camizio for a first down into Darien territory towards the 43.
Ranello really starting to throw some darts here.
Connor O'Malley made the stop.
Colin Abernathy down again. This kid has been an absolute warrior today. You can tell he's not at 100%, but he is not coming out of this football game.
Tough kid for sure, and a first down for Greenwich at the Darien 43-yard line. They go from left to right with 5:55 remaining in the 4th quarter and the clock running. Ranello takes on first down. Deep drop, sets up. Might have had his arm hit, and that incomplete, intended for Pilk near the 31.
Very close to Sam Wilson in coverage there, and Austin Demmel. Ranello was hit as he threw. That ball just kind of wobbled.
Pilk doing a great job helping Austin Demmel up off the turf and a pat on the back. Great sportsmanship, and I love seeing that.
It's fantastic.
Chris never helped a player up off the field, I guarantee it.
Oh, I was an offensive lineman. That was a no-no. If anything, you put your cleat right in. No, I'm kidding.
When John Sullivan ran him over, John certainly didn't help him up either.
That's true. No, he broke my back in wrestling camp. That's what happened.
2nd and 10. John, you know we love you. 2nd and 10 with 5:42 to go. Shotgun snap. This is going to be Ranello himself off a play fake. He ran right into a wall near the 41.
Ranello keeps it up the middle for a...
If James Ranello hands that football off to Hunter Clark, I don't really see any defenders out there that could have stopped it. Maybe Jackson Peters as the cornerback, but I think Hunter Clark had a lot of room over there. Daniel Perez is going to check in here on a huge 3rd down for the Cardinals.
3rd and 8 as David Ivanchek trying to get the blue wave bands all fired up. And they're trying to do the same to the Cardinal Crazies. On 3rd and 8, Ranello at the 41, drops back, he sets, rolls out to his right, still rolling. He's got to get rid of it, and he's going down. Back at his own 46-yard line.
You just cannot take a sack there. You have to throw the football away.
Bothwell with the sack with 4:45 to go.
If you throw that football away, you've got 4th and 9 inside the 45-yard line. You still have a chance to go for it. Ranello has to get that football out of his hands.
Ball at the 47.
Fox on to punt for Greenwich.
Fox will punt it away.
Michael Minicus back deep. for Darien.
Punt coming. Here it is. Gets a great kickoff, a spiraling kick. That is Minikis, and dropped it. Then it goes right back, I believe, into Minikis inside the 9. And that is the case. It bounced right back up to him. Good to see Minikis back in the ballgame.
The bounces have been very favorable for Darien today. Right there, Minikis probably should have just let that football bounce and take the risk of it being a touchback. Instead, he tries to catch it inside the 10-yard line, which is typically a no-no. Slips right through his hands. He's able to fall on it. The ball does bounce right back up into his chest. And a huge Darien. Now they've got to go into what we like to call the 4-minute offense. And it works both ways. When you're 4-minute offense, you're kind of in a semi-hurry up. Here, you're in conservative clock mode. Run the football, try to pick up some first downs. If you can get a couple in a row, you've got this game sealed up because Greenwich only has 2 timeouts.
4:13 remaining. First down for the Blue Wave. Back near their own 9. Graham takes. He will hand it off. Trying the left side. Kirby, a lot of running room as he's run out of bounds. Near a first down at the 19-yard line.
Kirby takes a handoff.
Hugo Mark over there to help make the stop.
Hugo Mark.
Poor job of contained there by Vincent Cece. Had a chance to have Kirby in the backfield. Just let him cut on the dime on the outside there. Picks up a big first down for Darien.
Kirby picks up enough yardage for a
With
first down.
the running out of bounds and the first down, it's a stoppage of the clock with 4:03 remaining. Blue Wave hold up placards of various types, including the Florida Gators logo, all indicating whatever the play coming in is to Graham, who uses play action, then throws the ball left side, and a diving try by Peters incomplete near the 41, matched up with Jack O'Gorman.
So right there, that's a break for Greenwich. A stoppage of play after Kirby runs out of bounds, and right there, an incomplete pass.
By Jack O'Gorman.
2nd and 10, 3:56 remaining.
Let's say Darien gets uber conservative right here and runs the ball on 2 downs. Greenwich has 2 timeouts left. They could stop the clock, get the ball back with plenty of time. I just don't think Darien is going to be that conservative.
2nd and 10. Shotgun snap taken and stopped immediately is Graham. Back near the 15. Will Montesi there. That was the kind of thing where Graham took it and was going to try to use the fake play action handoff and then run it himself. Montesi brought him down for a loss of 3.
And that's what we like to call that elongated zone read. Tim Tebow made that famous at Florida over 10 years ago, where you kind of put the football in the gut of the running back and you shuffle with him until you can read the defensive end right there. Poor decision by Peter Graham to keep that football.
A monster play right here on 3rd and 13, back near the 16-yard line in Darien territory. Handoff goes right up the middle, and Kirby has no chance. He's down at the 15. Cece leads it with Weigold right behind him.
Vincent Cece and Hugo Mark.
And Greenwich will take a timeout with 2:59 to go in a 27-21 Blue Wave lead.
And that's the fastest I've seen Coach Morello move all year. He was halfway onto the field trying to get that timeout signaled. And now for the Cardinals, I was surprised that Darien was that conservative. After throwing the ball on first down in an incomplete pass, you knew exactly what Greenwich was going to try to do, and using the timeouts, and they just ran the ball on 2 straight downs. Now they got a punt from near their own end zone and probably give Greenwich great field position with a chance to tie this game up and potentially win it.
2:59 remaining. Greenwich down to 1 timeout. 27-21 Darien. Greenwich has run a 2-minute drill. We've seen it. They can go for a big play. We know that as well. They did it in the first half, in fact, and it felt like it kind of changed the momentum at least a little bit in this game at the time. They have not had to do it under these circumstances. So we're going to learn a lot about Big Red in the next few moments. For Hall, he's going to punt it away from his own 1-yard line. Clark standing at midfield. And it looks like they got the Blue Wave to jump. And that is the case.
So a false start, going to back them up even more. Let's see if this changes the strategy for Coach Morello if he tries to bring a little punt block here. I would assume they're going to try to set up a decent return for Hunter Clark, but don't be surprised if Greenwich tries to come after this football. They've been close on a couple of occasions.
He's now 5 yards deep. 10th penalty against the Blue Wave and another flag. And it's going the other way. So each team flinching.
And they called an unsportsmanlike penalty.
Wow.
I don't know if they were trying to mimic the snap count. It's tough to tell really what the call was.
The good news is, for Greenwich at least, it's not an automatic first down. Think of what that would have done.
Now you can't jump again or else it is a first down.
There's the snap, and it's a high one with a minimal rush. A line drive kick takes a bounce, and then a good roll to the 40.
Kick is down.
So the field position not as good as Greenwich thought they were going to get. I'm intrigued to see what the unsportsmanlike penalty was. I'm assuming it was something like trying to mimic the snap count to have the snapper actually snap it early, but who knows? Still, decent field position right there. 60 yards to go for the Cardinals.
35-yard punt, no return. 27-21 the score. 2:49 remaining. That's still a lot of time.
And you've still got a timeout to use. You can run this 2-minute offense and not have to rush too much.
Barber to the right, Muir to the left, 3 receivers left. Barber out to the right, on first down. Ranello sets, Ranello rifles it right. There's Barber with a catch and a first down. On the sideline to the 47 in Darien territory. 2:40 remaining, fourth quarter, and a first down.
Love the decision by James Ranello. A.J. Barber isolated one-on-one there. He's going to win that every time. 15-yard comeback route. Strong throw by Ranello. Great catch by Barber.
Great shots by the camera folks all day today, by the way, from DAF Media. My hat off to everyone today for a great broadcast. First down at the 47. Hartley angling out to the left. Here's Ranello. Rifles it left. He's got a man. That is Camizio trying to race forward down to the 42. It's a gain of 5, 2:20 remaining, fourth quarter.
Right there, they double A.J. Barber on the outside. Instead, Ranello comes back inside on a little curl route to Camizio. Good throw on first down.
Demmel made the stop. 27-21, second and 5. Shotgun snap taken by Ranello. Sets, lots of time, throws, diving catch by Camizio near the 22, and a first down for Greenwich.
And what might be the play that defines this game, Kobe Camizio lays out and makes a beautiful catch. He checks out, might be a little banged up, but what a throw by Ranello and an amazing catch by Camizio. Daniel Perez checks in for Camizio now.
Diving catch by Kobe Camizio for a gain of 20 and a Greenwich first down in a 6-point game with 1:42 remaining. Ranello takes. Ranello looking. He's going to tuck it away. Breaks out of one tackle. He runs. 15, 10, 5, turns right. Breaking multiple tackles. James Ranello is down at the 3. It's a gain of 18. It'll be first and goal with 1:23 remaining.
James Ranello finally breaks contain, gets up the middle. What a great job. As you look at the instant replay, he's basically caught in the backfield. Great block by Colin Abernathy. And then Ranello backs it out and actually gets down to the 3-yard line. There's a penalty on the play.
And
it's gonna be a hold against Greenwich. Wow. What a penalty.
1:21 to go.
Wow, that is shocking. So now the clock running. They've got to get a play call in quickly. I'm not sure if they realize that the clock is running.
Play clock is down to 16.
There's all sorts of confusion. I'm surprised they're not going to take a timeout. I know it's their last one, but they've got all sorts of confusion.
And now the timeout. Matthew Pilk was looking at them saying, come on, look at the clock, guys.
So you think about that holding penalty right there. Ranello takes that run all the way down to the 3-yard line. Probably an even better scenario than him scoring, because they could have taken more time off as they try to score. A huge holding penalty goes against the Cardinals. Unsure of where it happened. I think it might have been in the middle of the field when Ranello was scrambling. And now you're backed up again. You're under a minute now. Now you have no timeouts. You got to have 3 or 4 plays ready to go.
Have to thank all of our DAF media production crew today. They are all student volunteers, Chris. Ben Olson, James Leone, Jackson Leone, Harrison Bell, Braden Shank, and Michael Mercine. Thank you all. These have been wonderful pictures and everything that you have provided for everyone all day, and I think I speak for Chris when I say it was a thrill to work with all of you today, and hopefully not the last time. 58 seconds remaining. 27-21. Darien on top. Now a 1st and 12 to throw and setting and getting hit from behind by Ivanchek, so that falls incomplete. 53 seconds to go. Greenwich with 1 timeout.
If you're James Ranello, you've got to look for one-on-one matchups. It's almost certain that A.J. Barber is going to be double-teamed. You've got to look for Pilk down the seam. You've got to look for Camizio on the other side, and we haven't heard from Mason Weir in a while. You've got to look for him as well.
Barber will be out to the right when we get it going. Pilk out to the right as well. 2 out to the left. Ranello in shotgun. Hartley will angle out to the left as the crowd rises. Throwing. It goes to Barber. Cutting across. He turns it upfield. He'll get to the 21. That is a gain of 6 with 40 seconds remaining.
He gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Clock continuing to tick down. We're going to be under 30 seconds here in a minute. And I'm not sure what is going on for the Cardinals right now. There is still some confusion on the sideline.
25 seconds to go. Empty backfield on 3rd and 9. Here's Ranello. He sets. Ranello rifles left. That is incomplete. No, Muir came out of it. But there's only 12 seconds remaining. They got to get up there.
And the clock is running. They've got to spike this football.
So,
it's 4th down. They can't spike it.
No, they can't. They spiked the ball on 4th down, and the game is going to be over. They spiked the ball on 4th down, and the Darien Blue Wave will win by 6.
An unbelievable turn of events. James Ranello spikes the ball on 4th down. Had to think that it was a 1st down throw. They never changed. Wow, they never changed it. Actually, it was 4th and a half a yard.
After a ghost of a catch by Mason Muir.
I can't believe that Mason Muir caught that football. What a throw. What a catch. Let's see. He did catch it. It looks like he's got his hands under that football. Tough to see on the instant replay, but it looks like a catch.
Wow.
And you know what? The spot, it's very close. I think he is short. So I think it was 4th down.
Yeah, he was definitely short.
But if you're James Ranello, you have to just look at the marker and realize that it's 4th down, and you've got to either throw that football or sneak it and get everyone up and then spike it. It's just inexcusable. It just can't happen. And this game is going to end in a way that I don't think Darien wanted the game to end that way. To be perfectly honest with you. They'll take it, but I guarantee you Darien did not want the game to end that way.
They are going to win by 6.
In a crazy, crazy turn of events.
And for Greenwich, a long winning streak of 1.5 years will come to an end. The clock has expired, and the game is over. The Darien Blue Wave pick up a 6-point lead. Final score from Greenwich High School, Darien 27, Greenwich 21. this is a game we will talk about for some time, and we're going to be scratching our heads for a while.
And really, I think it comes down to a couple different things. One, your quarterback has to recognize that it's 4th down. Your quarterback is the leader of this football team. He has to recognize that. But secondly, there was so much confusion on the Greenwich sideline. So much time ticked off the clock there with play calls not getting in. I'm not sure what happened, if they were just changing the play, but so much time ticked off where they could have had a couple different plays called in advance. And then just an inexcusable mistake there by Ranello spiking the ball on 4th down. Just a stunned crowd here at Cardinal Stadium.
Stunned, silent, walking out of here. The Cardinal crazies all in pink making their way across. The adults just dead silent.
Rob, you've been doing this a long time, especially for Greenwich. I've been doing it a good amount of time. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this.
I've seen a lot of bizarre stuff. I'm like at a loss right now for what to say for this one because, and look, we get it. They're high school kids. We know mistakes happen. Obviously, this isn't pro football. We get that. You feel for Ranello, who is, I'm sure, crestfallen at this point. He will obviously do everything he can to come back, and and life goes on.
And he played a heck of a game today.
He did. I wish I had stats for you to say how well he played. And he was a big part of turning this game around when you think about it, because that 65-yard touchdown pass to Camizio really was a game changer.
It really was. And it got Greenwich back into this football game, gave them the momentum. Really, when you look at it, it comes down to two things. The slow start, which put Greenwich behind. Granted,
right.
They were able to make that comeback. But when push came to shove, Darien made 1 or 2 more plays that got them the win in the end. I think the coaching staff, they wasted precious seconds in that last minute. They had plenty of time to go down the field and have plays called and have it ready. And I saw many face masks just looking to the sideline in shock that they didn't have everything ready. They didn't have the play calls ready. It was very, very odd. And maybe it's because Greenwich hasn't been in this position, but as a coaching staff, you need to coach better. You need to be able to put your team in a better place, in a better scenario, and be ready for all different types of things to happen. This is football. Anything can happen on any given day. And I think for Coach Morello, as a first-year head coach, he coached a heck of a game. But when you look at the opposite side, a guy like Rob Trifone, it just seems to me like any time we broadcast a game that he's involved in, they just find a way. And they did it again today.
And there were things today. Look, we had an official right next to us. I know he didn't appreciate a few things that we said at one point. I heard him kind of growl. That's fine. I saw some things that had me scratching my head. And look, this game's not on the official.
Sure, no, it's not. But I will just say this, and I know it's about some of the things that.
And both sides, by the way.
Absolutely, and I know it was probably some of the things that I said, but you know how you know officials are wrong?
Yeah.
When they grunt at you.
Yeah.
That's when you know officials are wrong. So, listen, there were things that went on both teams today, some things that, were head-scratching, but you cannot put this game on the officials, especially with how close it was going into the final seconds. Absolutely not. This game is on the Cardinals and making sure that, they just didn't come up with enough plays.
We're going to wrap up on the DAF Media Local Live Greenwich Athletic Foundation side. We still have to wrap up on the radio side, but sincere thanks to the entire crew from DAF Media for producing really just a wonderful